time on 4 Zoomers, they could go for the Tiny, they could go for the Puck, and they're going to go for the Pugna. Okay.
All right. Some magic damage coming into play there to complement SammyBoy, who is going to be mostly sort of physically based.
But the Acorn shot down, he's going to get you bushwhacked, and you need to be pretty concerned of getting blown up. They have a pretty decent amount of burst damage.
Sort of backup sentry that we saw Ocean purchasing early on, as of right now, not going to be necessary. Meanwhile, over on the other side of the map, Tano going to get dropped pretty early on here. Husky comes in with the slow SammyBoy, any direct danger.
And you do have to be a little bit careful. The Kingteka does do a lot of damage. You see he actually has 0 points, and yeah, no points in reactive armor. He just does a little bit too much damage, and this is sort of the knowledge.
Really natural instinct on that Timbersaw to a certain extent. He's been played this way for so long, you don't really want to get that aggressive. You rely on that reactive armor, but Kingteka fighting that instinct, and it's working out pretty damn well for him. He's going to try to go in onto Husky. He will effectively be sacrificing his teammate, but...
Got a little bit greedy there.
Be able to catch him. Tano, though, that's not fun. He is just getting chunked down. SammyBoy needs one more hit, but there's going to be the Hex, but the slow from Husky is in. SammyBoy pushes forward again with the Ursa, and they will get that kill. On the other side of the map, though, Ocean did end up getting taken down. Cara finds the kill. Nice bushwhack in onto Brax, but the spear...
Something to come back to, but at the same time, it's scary in mid.
Gunnar. Just straight up taken down. Alone, able to get in there. Hits level 6. Drops down. Spike. No, into the bushwhack first. Earth Spike will now be deployed. And they do get the kill. Alone even sort of meanders his way in to get the kill. And now that Timber on the run. Kingteka. He's got some stick charges. That is going to be enough for another chain. And he is getting himself out of there. SammyBoy, though, wants to keep shit.
And we'll see. I don't think he's going to be able to get this kill. It does do a lot of damage, but now he's got to be careful. Alone has just walked over.
Yeah, here it comes. Alone and Tano both into the fight. Good slow coming in from Husky, though, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The life drain will be coming through, but another bushwhack will be there to interrupt it, and Gunnar is simply going to be taken down. Fantastic plays from Cara, and now they're looking for even more. They're trying to get onto Husky. Can they actually run him down? Alone, starting to run out of mana, but he does have some wand charges. He will pop them, and that may very well be enough. Husky dropping. Husky will be taken down, and Alone's going to be able to walk away with the kill. Double kill for the Viper. Husky wants this so damn bad, but I'm not sure he's going to get it. Nature's Grasp, though, does come through, but Tano still will not fall. And now Alone is able to clean things up. So Husky, too greedy. Going to be taken down. Cara, though, does get hit up by the spear into the life drain. Ocean comes in to finish the kill. Now Alone actually trapped up inside of the arena. They'll hit him up with the life drain here. LSA comes through as well, but is this enough damage? Alone is fighting inside of his own Nether Toxin. Rises comes in with the Shikuchi as well. Gunnar and Ocean will both fall. Brax is going to try to TP out, but Tano cancels it with the Hex. This is going to get absolutely disastrous. Brax is just going to have to try and deny himself, but that will not work. Kingteka in there with the Chakram and the Timber Chain. For Cara, they are just setting up plays left, right, and center. And speaking of setting it up, Gunnar's gone. They don't even need the Finger of Death at that point. They will hold it. Rises gets the kill as well, so that Weaver now up to 3-0-3 in terms of the stat line. And SammyBoy not out of the woods just yet, quite literally, as he is going to be able to jump his way into the river, and it looks like he'll be okay for now. The problem is, that left Husky kind of holding the bag, as that Aegis did expire. But to the point you were sort of mentioning, with 4 Zoomers trying to farm their way back in and Egoboys kind of letting them do so, I think that they've almost been baited into this by their own success. They look at the scoreboard, they see a 13-5 lead, they think we can afford maybe to take our foot off the gas for a little while as we already have the lead. The problem is,
Gunnar.
They have the kills, but they don't have the gold. But they do find Gunnar there in the top lane, so that is going to be a rather sizable step towards trying to correct that issue. But if your Egoboys dangerously close to each other in this west side jungle, Rises actually hurting himself a little bit there. Cara doing the same. He is going to take a fair bit of damage, but he did get down that bushwhack onto Gunnar. So Pugna's going to have to fall back. His teammates, though, are there to lock down the kill. Rises stunned up and taken down immediately. Gunnar, though, still dropping. The Essence Ring, though, gives him a little bit of extra HP, but it's not going to be enough. So now Alone, he's found the kill. He's got to get out. But the BKB, it wears off just in time.
Didn't exist. He had BKB as well. He just wasn't able to use anything. He walked underneath 2 sentries. He gets blink speared. And yeah, Egoboys, they're starting to crumble.
Here comes 4 Zoomers. They know they have the advantage. Cara taken down already. Tano dropped as well. And Kingteka, just hide. You don't want that, really. As he is going to sort of stay back. Or maybe not. Brax, what in the world? How does he not know that? Yeah, he just watched his teammate get jumped in on by that same blink play, but I guess he either didn't respect it or didn't remember.
He doesn't have overgrowth, but Alone is no TP. They've all just died.
Oh, dear God. Yep, Alone is dead. What is going on here? Just some big mental mistakes from Egoboys, and Rises, just get out. He's going to find a kill onto Husky, but yep, there's the drawback. You get hit up by that Yules into the arena. Do they have the protection? Oh, they're just going to go in for it anyway. Do they have the right-click damage? Ryze is holding on to the ult. He is going to be able to pop it, and by the time he does, that ult does come to an end. So Ryze may not have wanted to pop the BKB, but he doesn't have a choice at that stage. He just has to get himself out. But
they're so fast at getting to those camps. They're so fast at making the decision to farm. And Egoboy is just a string of errors that feel alien. It feels like, why is this happening? And it looks like they might get Brax here. Yeah, they're going to get Brax, but still, it's very strange plays.
It's a good kill, but it's not 5k in one go good, that's for sure. So still very much behind, but at least they found something for themselves to try and stop the bleeding, I suppose would be the phrase that we want to use here. But Egoboys, they may not be done yet. They're trying to push their way a little bit further forward. Tano blinking in. They get the Hex onto the Ursa, but do they have the damage to do this? Overgrowth comes in on the back line, but I'm not sure it's enough. Sammy, well, never mind. He's getting life drained into. Gunner's going to try and keep him up for as long as possible as Sammy turns on to Tano and then TPs himself home while the BKB was still active. So he gets out. Gunnar, though, not quite as fortunate. They will spot him. Kingteka pushes forward with the Timber Chain, and they will find that kill, but Sammy's at least able to get away, so you do manage to save that carry, even if it costs a couple of your own heroes.
Still in there. The smoke, it could end up working.
They're going to get in there, Sammy. Might be in some trouble. Toxin's going to get hit up alone, tries for it. You get the Hex down into the Viper Strike. Gunnar, though, trying for that defensive play, life draining into his teammate, but now that puts Gunnar on low HP with Ryze trying to track him down, but the Weaver not going to be able to find that kill just yet. Cara, meanwhile, will be taken out. Brax doesn't quite land with the stun with that spear, but it does push Ryze's back, but it's not going to matter. He's still pushing forward. Gunnar continues to drop low. He's going to try for the life drain, but the BKB will be activated. Gunnar will be taken down. The problem is Egoboys are losing heroes elsewhere on the map. They've lost both of the supports there as both Tano and Cara do go down. Cara, though, bought back into the fight, and they're going to try and keep pushing forward. Sammy dropping low. The Overgrowth is going to be popped defensively, but the Ursa still needs to try and hold his ground here, dishing out as much damage as he can, and he is going to survive while his teammates will rush in to reinforce. Kingteka will be taken down. Ryze fell as well, and Cara, and he just has to run. He's already bought back, can't afford to go down a second time, so it looked a little bit questionable there in the middle. But eventually, 4 Zoomers are able to sort of regroup, re-establish control in that fight. A very clutch ult coming in from the Treant Protector to help turn that around, and they will retake control of the pit. They get themselves about 4 or 5 kills, and now Roshan will fall into their hands.
And I'm surprised we're not seeing the Sharpshooter used. We're not seeing it go onto this Ursa where maybe...
I think a large part of the reason why he's sort of getting caught out there as well is because it's taking him too long to find that kill. We saw him in that last fight. He tried to push on to Gunnar in what looked like maybe not an easy kill, but a situation he should have been able to clean up. Gunnar had just a sliver of HP remaining, but Ryze just takes so long to try and close that one out that he's too far away from his teammates. He's gone for too long, and by the time that resolves itself in terms of that sort of 1v1 fight, he is then sort of caught in a bad position. So needs to be...
What a ward from Husky.
Look at that. Oh, okay. Spear attempted. Alone, though, has the BKB, but that is going to be pretty much running it down to 6 seconds. So lowest duration of left now, and here it comes. The Overgrowth is in. Alone is in trouble. No more BKB to protect him, and he's gone. Massive plays from Husky. Back-to-back fights now that he's really just sort of single-handedly won it for his team. The Overgrowth originally, and now... Here. Where is everyone? What is going on? Tano is here.
Yeah, Cara and Kingteka were in the base, just sort of, they do ever get low, but I don't know.
Oh, Tano. Gonna get himself caught out inside of the arena. That's a quick and easy kill. Gunnar comes in for it. And the defense for Egoboys looking even more sort of suspect here. There is a buyback on that Lion, though, so maybe with the Viper coming back up in a few seconds, they could buy back on the Lion, try to push their way forward, but who do they really go in on? That's a bold TP from the Viper just right into the middle of the lane. He immediately, though, gets stunned up by the LSA, and that's going to allow 4 Zoomers to fall back, although SammyBoy, he doesn't want to fall back. He's pushing in. That's going to force out the buyback from Tano, but I don't know what they can really do here. It's a little bit too late. That buyback needed to come earlier. Now, they can't actually catch anybody. 4 Zoomers are just going to sort of fall back and regroup on this high ground.
And Gunnar, if he really wants to, he can just go back to base. He almost has a BKB. He has the cheese as well. Really, nobody is under threat of dying. It feels like Egoboys don't have the burst damage. They don't have any damage. They're not getting the pecking order right. They're not taking out that backline. And 4 Zoomers are just sort of buffing up everyone. Oh, Tano
jumps his way forward. Yeah, Tano's gone. Dieback indeed, as he will be taken out of the fight. Ryze is very nearly dropped as well, but that is going to be a massive ult from him coming out maybe at the last possible second, but it is going to be enough to keep him alive. The problem is it takes him so far out of this fight, he cannot assist his teammates, as Alone is going to get jumped in on. The BKB, though, will buy him some time. Cara, meanwhile, coming in with the bushwhack, but there's going to be that Overgrowth again. Husky is everywhere in these fights. Alone will go down, and now Ryze is effectively fighting alone. He doesn't really have any immediate backup as Kingteka is just getting sort of bounced around further to the south. He is going to be able to make it back into the base, but he runs directly into Sammy. Sammy will be able to find... Oh, okay. Not going to get it just yet, but once Kingteka comes down from the Yules, he will be finished off. And now Brax has Rises trapped up inside of the arena. The Spear will finish him off, and this is just going to be really the last-ditch effort from Egoboys, as Cara will be taken down by the right clicks of Ocean, and there's nothing left. There's one buyback on alone, but that's not going to make too much of a difference right now.
And they still have a tier 2 tower mid they need to take, but again, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, Juju just called. It's the polite thing to do, I think, because they really just got worked. It felt like 21 minutes really onward. Egoboys just kept on making uncharacteristic mistakes.